Hey everyone, it's Jackalay here, and I know I haven't posted anything Lego related in a while, but that's all changed. Cause I'm going back to Transformers last night, and unfortunately, I think this is gonna be the last Lego related Transformers video I'm doing for a while. Probably ever. I might do something different in the near future, but I think for now this is gonna be it. This is basically an updated version of this is the Decepticon crew from Transformers the Last Night. Some were updated quite a bit. Others I just entirely redesigned. There's even a new one that I think two new ones, but let's just jump right into this. And I guess we'll start with Megatron. His design slightly changed. I think a few minor things changed. He still has his hammer. He has his fusion cannon, which looks different. I changed it. He looks more streamlined. I gave him bigger shoulders because he has really big shoulder pads. I gave him the spike on his right or left shoulder. The back is different. Originally, it was like a round round piece. Now it's just this. I don't really know what his back looks like. I think it's just kind of normal. But this is what he's gonna look like completely now. Next we have Nitro Zeus, and I don't think I did a review of this guy. My last Transformers video, which was a couple months ago, but this is a better version, I'd say. It looks better. He has the big shoulder cannon or backpack with the cannons on the back with the missiles. He's also got the wire or like the tube that stretches to his left arm, where he has the minigun. I don't know what's on his right arm. I don't even think he had a gun on his right arm, but I just gave him one just for the sake of it. He's got the big legs that have like he's all in light gray, but I gave him black. I actually should just give him gold because he has gold around his lower waist area. But yeah, he looks pretty accurate. At this scale, I can't really give him a lot of detail, but that's pretty good for what I had to work with. Also, minor note, I use Lego minifigure legs for all their arms. It works surprisingly well, and I know a few other YouTubers who do it. Like Psycho Brick, he used them, and Lego T-Formers, who actually invented this, I guess, or they just figured it out. It's kind of ingenious, because you use a minifigure hand, and you place it in the hole, where you usually put it in the torso, and it works really well, because you can also put stuff on the back of the legs, like guns or extra bits. Next up is Barricade, the second Transformer or Decepticon to survive all of the 5 movies. He has not died once, and unfortunately, he's the only one that hasn't changed. He's got the sirens on his back, the lights. He's got the white leg upper thigh parts. A bit of an unfortunate thing is I could not give him his Gatling gun, which he, I think, used, but didn't use enough. It was just too hard to do. Either it was too big, or I simply just couldn't make it. But he does have his baton and a pistol, which I think he did use, or it was just on him. But yeah, it's kind of left up to debate whether he survived or was captured or just ran away or just simply disappeared, because we don't really know what happened to him. Next up is Berserker, a Decepticon who was also survived. Saying he survived is kind of a exaggeration. He really just wasn't released from prison for some reason. They wouldn't let Megatron release him from prison. But he does look pretty accurate. He has the huge horns on his head. He has the huge horns on his back. I gave him bits of red everywhere and dark gray and black. It really contrasts. Also, he has this spike piece. I just gave him an accessory. I don't know. It works. But yeah, that's all for Berserker. Next up is Mohawk. He has an entirely new design. If you don't know, from my last video I made about Mohawk, he had a tail. That version had a tail. I was entirely wrong. Mohawk does not have a tail. He has really skinny legs and skinny arms. But this time I gave him his motorcycle wheels, because he turns into a motorcycle on his shoulders where they should be. The last version didn't have them. He's also the only other Decepticon that has posable legs. But they're not exactly the best legs. They're kind of just squares with little claws. His Mohawk isn't exactly the best either. It's supposed to be more spiky, but this is the best I could do. I also gave him a sai and a knife, because apparently he uses knives and other sharp things as weapons, even though he doesn't do jack shit. He just died. That's all he was good for. It's really a shame. Fucking whatever. Here's Dreadbot also. Dreadbot I really had a lot of fun working on, because Dreadbot is, I'd say he has a kind of a unique design. He turns into a rusty old Volkswagen Beetle van. It's brown, has Christmas lights on it for some reason, but he also has bits of gold. I can't exactly remember if Dreadbot was brown or dark gray. I know his vehicle mode was brown, but I don't exactly remember him being all that brown. It was actually more of a dark gray, but I don't really give a shit. He also has his gun, and he also has posable legs, like Mohawk, but I don't tend to use them very much because they only go back and forth. But here's another look at his gun, which he only used once to shoot money in the vault scene. I don't know. Another wasted character. Honestly, I don't think anyone really cared. He was just an underused character. But I don't really give a shit. Here is Onslaught, probably my favorite one out of all of the Decepticons. I had a lot of fun working on him, and he was hugely redesigned. Hugely redesigned. His shoulders are way better looking. They have the spikes, and they also have the wheels. I know he's supposed to have 3 wheels, but I just couldn't get the 3 wheels on the back. He also has his pipes on the back, which are part of his character. He turns into a tow truck, which is an okay vehicle mode. He has his claw. I'm kind of proud of how I made this claw. It's big. But the way I attached it was I used a clip piece, like a prong piece, and I attached a clip to it with a 1x3 in the shape of a curved piece, and I attached the 2 clips with the claws. It works surprisingly well for how big it is, and he also has his other gun, which he didn't use. He didn't do anything other than fucking die, which I just fucking hate how they made these characters just to die. That's it. That's it. But yeah, I really like the way he looks. Here's another look at the back where he has the 2 other wheels. But yeah, that's really all I have to offer for Onslaught. He looks pretty badass. Here's a final look at the Decepticon crew. Hopefully, actually, I'm not even hoping at this point. I just don't care what happens in the next movie. If they do decide to make Bruticus a thing, which they probably won't, they'll just make up more Transformers and kill them off. Fuck you, Michael Bay, for ruining Transformers. Anyways, guys, if this video doesn't do too well, I won't really care. I don't know if I'll ever return to the Sly Cooper games, because I uploaded pretty shitty content, because it was just bad quality. I literally had it on a stand looking at the TV, and it was blurry as hell. So, unfortunately, that's going to be it. If you guys have any ideas for a video,